Time. YouTube. Join this day off. It's good. See if anybody gonna join. See if anybody gonna tap in. Don't matter. Said I was gonna try to start going live a little more. Anyway, what's good? The View from the Mud TV. View from the Mud TV. Just like it sounds. What's good? Sitting here waiting on the troops to get here. Our president sending troops state to state. Just waiting on my state to come up. You motherfuckers can't police yourselves, then the government is more than willing to do it. The government is more than willing to do it. The troops, the National Guard is coming to a city near your state. Say that. Who ready for that? Who's ready for that? The government is sending troops to crime-ridden areas, violent, gang-ridden areas. What y'all think about that? Think about that. President of the United States. I don't have to say his name. Everybody knows the President of the United States. You can go to any corner of the world and say Donald Trump. And I don't know who more popular, Donald Trump or Tupac. But you can go anywhere in the world and know. And everybody knows who the President of the United States of America is. Government sending troops to the crime-ridden neighborhoods, starting with Washington, D.C. National Guard. And I just seen a story today where they're armed, like they weren't armed from the beginning, but I guess it was a big story today about National Guards are not armed. So you're saying when they originally came, they weren't armed? Dallas, Texas, cook guns and cooking. What's up, my brother? I see I locked you in on TikTok. You saw that. I see you on TikTok. I told you, get on TikTok, man. Get on TikTok, man. It's they got a lot more rules and restrictions and whatnot. You can't post a lot of firearm channel stuff. So yeah, that's one thing I want to make clear when I decide to go live today. Make no mistake about it. I got a firearms channel. I promote safe um, firearm content. I just here recently started trying to get off into different content like reaction videos to, you know, political satire, comedy, and stuff like that. Not necessarily political, religious, just social commentary, comedy. Also interviews, but make no mistake about it. My channel is a firearm content driven channel. So like the mailman just dropped some mail in my box. But yeah, I got a content-driven, firearm, safe, legal, content-driven channel. I just here recently started doing reaction videos to comedy and different stuff, interviews. I also got a few interviews myself. Check me out at View from the Mud TV. Got a couple interviews myself, all firearm related. But make no mistake about it, because you've been seeing me post different types of content. Um, it's all, I got a firearm channel. So appreciate the Dallas, Texas Guns and Cooking for sure, bro. My day one. Day one. See if I can make you a mod. I thought I already did. I don't know how to do it though. Anyway, like I said, I got a firearm driven channel. I'm into firearms. It's my hobby. But I know everybody's not necessarily into that. So in my effort to try and reach a broader audience, we started doing reaction videos and um, interesting stories to tell. Yeah, I'm ready for football season. Niners all day over here, Niner Nation. Ready for football season. I know y'all down there. I don't know why my phone keep ringing. Master Jerry Jones, what y'all got going down there? What y'all got going down there in Texas? Have they sent the National Guard to Texas yet? They sent the National Guard to Texas yet? Dallas, Texas, Cooking and Guns. They sent the National Guard to all these violent cities, man. They started with Washington, D.C. Your president and started sending the National Guard. Mike, 762, my brother, what's up, man? You know, I ain't talking about nothing. Chopper season, all season. That's all season for sure. Talking about the government sending National Guard. It's starting. They started in Washington, D.C. They're starting to send the National Guard to curb some of this crime because we can't police ourselves. I was asking Cooking with Love, have they sent you seen the National Guard out there where you at, Mike? Didn't you say you was in Virginia? I know Mike is in Dallas. I mean, Dallas and Guns and Cooking, and I know he in Dallas. He in Texas. Didn't you say you was in Virginia, Mike? Yeah, shout your city out. Where you from? Where y'all from? I think Mike 762 Mike from Virginia, I think. And it's obviously where that Dallas fan from. I ain't even got to say his name. Dallas, Texas, Guns and Cooking, Cowboy fan. Yeah, man, I ain't talking about nothing, man. I just happened to catch the news on this day off and seeing the president is sending National Guard troops to cities that's over the top with the crime, starting with D.C. And I heard the next state was Illinois, or the next city was Chicago or Baltimore. What y'all think about that, man? President Donald Trump, the United States government. You agree with that? What you think? It's a good look. What you think? He got national, and I seen on the news today where supposedly they armed now. They weren't armed in the beginning. So you mean tell me you sent National Guard troops and they weren't armed? Come on. Anyway, today was on the news that they're now armed. The feds. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Just know if you on YouTube like we are, and we got firearm channels like we do, and if it get to our city like that, just understand, even though we legal and we within the law, we are gonna be on the target list. Understand that. With all the content that we done put on YouTube, like I said, even though we law-abiding citizens, the fact that we are armed and we take the Second Amendment serious. If National Guard troops reach your city, understand that legally owned, legally armed citizens are targets. We already know the criminals are. But if you are legally owned, if you purchase firearms from any place, any store, anywhere where they had to run a background check, you are at the top of the list. We are at the top of the list. I hope we know that. So that's heavy information. That's heavy. That's really the only thing I really got on here to talk about. I was watching the news, which I never do because it ain't nothing. It's just a bunch of murder, death, kill on the news. Sad news, one or two stories about somebody saving a cat in a tree or rescuing a dog from a burning house. Other than that, it's murder, death, disease. It's bad news. And this is one of them days I happen to catch my local news here. And I'm from Ohio, but my local news, actually it wasn't local news, it was world news. And I caught what's going on in Washington, D.C. Not the state, Washington, D.C. It's two different things if you don't know. Washington State and Washington, D.C. is on two different sides of the map. I don't know if you knew that, but I had to learn that. So, but yeah, man, National Guard troops just chilling in the hood like like it's regular. And they said the next city was going to be Baltimore or Chicago. So if you live in a city where the crime rate is high, and every time you look up, there's another violent encounter, just understand that it's coming to your city. And I live in a small city. I live in a medium-sized state, but I live in a small city within that state. And the city I live in is bad. So that's really all I want to say. Shout out to 762 Mike. Shout out to Dallas, Texas Guns and Cooking. Peace, my brothers. Appreciate y'all being here. I know y'all hit the like button. I appreciate it. But did you tell both of y'all name Mike? So I'm gonna say Dallas Mike. Did you tell 762 Mike about TikTok? You tell him you was on TikTok? Been telling y'all, man, get on TikTok, bro. I don't know. I already got a. I've been on TikTok less than a year, bro, and I only get on there to promote my YouTube channel. So I already said that. However, I ain't never got a check off YouTube. I mean, I have small little checks, but I'm saying I've been on TikTok for less than a year, and I've already gotten the same amount of checks from TikTok that I've gotten on YouTube, and I've had officially had a YouTube channel for over a year. So that's all I'm trying to say. Get on TikTok, promote your YouTube channel, You can't promote a lot of your firearm content on TikTok. Um, I would say you learn how to work the system of TikTok, but it's not too far off from YouTube, other than it's a lot more restrictions. So you can't post a lot of firearm channel, but if you firearm content, but if you got a YouTube channel, you definitely can promote. Damn, the sun is killing me. What did I do? You definitely can promote your content on TikTok. Definitely. I'm sure you didn't experience that, Mike. Yep. Dallas, Texas. Yep. Yep. You see how many subs you done subscribers and followers you done picked up in just that short time. And you be posting a lot of I know you got a firearm channel, Dallas, Texas Guns and Cooking, but you see how fast your followers grow? Because food and cooking food and preparing it and stuff like that, that's super big on TikTok. So, yep. So stuff like that go big on TikTok, and you can literally, yep. I'll be liking all you. You say you do your cooking. I'll be liking all your stuff, man. Trust me. Since you told me, I done went to your whole TikTok page or channel. I didn't like all your videos, but you see how that go up? They go up. So, yep. Promote your YouTube on TikTok. I'm a late bloomer, so I'm sure I done missed out on a lot of stuff that TikTok used to offer. Just like I'm a late bloomer on YouTube. Thought I got on YouTube right around the pandemic time. I think my channel will be where I want it to be. And where I want it to be is making me some residual income. And I'm not there yet. But I'm a late bloomer, man. That's damn near the story of my life. 2 seconds too early and 2 minutes too late. You say you just started, see? And look how many followers you done picked up just that fast. Cooking and stuff like that, food, um, going to different restaurants, food testing and stuff like that, doing taste tests, vlogs, I guess is what they are. That's real big on TikTok. Real big. I want to know about them Cowboys though. Who y'all got? What's going on with what's the dude that's having the issues with the coach right now? What's his name? Micah. They don't want to pay him or something. What's his name? Something Micah Carson's. What's his name? DTGC. Dallas, Texas Guns and Cooking. What's his name? Micah Carson's. What's going on with y'all down there? Is Dak still starting quarterback? All I want to know is if you want to place a bet when we got to play. Cash App is worldwide. I told Jerry Jones to shove it up his ass. I don't be talking about Master like that. Master Jerry. He said he owned Micah Carson's. I don't know if you seen that interview with him and Stephen A. Smith. He said he owned Micah Carson's. He told Jerry Jones to shove it up his ass. Oh man, that's a trip. Let me see. There you go. I just made you a 762. I mean, Dallas Guns and Cooking. I'm making you a my. But I thought I had you as one. There you go. Now you got a wrench by your name. Like my homeboy West Coast Cam say, now you part of the wrench mob. The wrench mob. I got that from West Coast Cam. Check out West Coast Cam on YouTube. He be having some 100% real content. Real content. Something we all need to hear. He go hard though. If you're sensitive, you don't have broad shoulders, don't go over there. West Coast Cam. I don't know if y'all remember him, but he used to be a rapper with Ice Cube and West Coast back in the 90s, early 90s. But anyway, West Coast Cam. You not part of the lynch mob. I see you, Dallas, Texas, guns and cooking. You blue now. You got a wrench by your name. Now you making the big bucks, brother. How you feel? How you feel? Now you making the big bucks. You got a wrench by your name now. Wrench mob. You part of the wrench mob, like my homeboy West Coast Cam say. Wrench mob. Gorillas in the mist. Gorillas in the mist. Yeah, man. So appreciate all the support here on YouTube, man. Appreciate y'all liking, sharing, and subscribing all my content. But I'm learning. If you notice, I'm learning. One day, when I grow up, YouTube is gonna give me a big ass check. I better hurry up, cause I only got a couple more years. It's not gray. So I'm trying to beat nature. But I know nature undefeated. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Y'all stay 49er fans. Don't be like Dallas, Texas, guns and cooking. Don't be like him. You're a Dallas fan. Be intelligent about your choices. 49er Nation right here. Niner Nation. He said, I know who you talking about. Toy know me. I will still show love. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You know me, I still show love. I appreciate it, man. All day. All day. I don't know. Next time I'm gonna go live, but like I said, watch out for National Guard, because it's real, man. They have deployed the National Guard in DC, and they say the next city is Baltimore or Chicago, Illinois. If you live in a city and it's crime written ridiculously, let's understand it has started. And if you are on YouTube and you have a legal firearm channel where you promote firearm related content, understand that if the National Guard come to your city or my city, then they got a list of people. I'm sure they do. And starting with people that legally have purchased firearms and have several firearms. And just understand that. We targets. We are targets. Even though we're within the law, we got CCWs and et cetera, because I know I am, and I'm sure nobody that I follow stupid enough to put illegal firearms on the internet. So everything I have is within the law and legal. But understand, if they come to your city and you've been putting content on YouTube or any social media platform that allows you to do that, understand we're gonna be targets. So he said, yeah, you know I will still show love. We the best for sure. I seen that, I'm off today. Yeah, I'm off today too, man. That's how I seen it too. But anyway, I ain't trying to be all paranoid sounding, but just understand, National Guards are being uh, stationed in cities near you. If you live in a city that's crime ridden, understand that it has started. And if you've been on YouTube like I have, posting firearm related content, if the National Guard ever get sent to your city, even if it's legal, if you have more than this many firearms, like I do, legal, understand we're gonna be targets, man. So get your paperwork in order and whatever else you can get in order. I'm not saying that's gonna be enough. We talking about the United States government. Nothing is never enough. So just understand, man, it's we live in a weird, crazy time. But every generation has said that, I'm sure. Every generation. Sure, every generation has said these are the last days. And neither generation was wrong. Because these are the last days. Even if it take another 500,000 years, when you look at it in terms of how long the planet has been here, if it truly is the last days, then if this is the last 500 years, that's only a few days in comparison to millions of years. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. So I'm out of here. Check me out on TikTok, T Odom, TODOM. Check me out on Instagram, Black Mud. Check me out right here on YouTube, View from the Mud TV. Shout out to Dallas, Texas Guns and Cooking. Shout out to 762 Mike. Appreciate y'all. Peace. I'm out.